The unthinkable has happened. In a violent eruption that scientists had feared for decades, Yellowstone National Park's supervolcano, one of the most powerful volcanic systems on Earth, has exploded with an intensity that defies description. The eruption, which began in the early hours of the morning, sent a colossal plume of ash, smoke, and volcanic gases tens of miles into the atmosphere. The consequences are unfolding rapidly, with devastation and chaos gripping communities across the region. As the first rays of dawn struggled to break through the thick, ashen skies, panic-stricken residents fled their homes. The explosion was so powerful that it registered as a magnitude 8.5 seismic event, rattling buildings as far away as Salt Lake City and even causing ground shaking felt in states hundreds of miles from the park. The initial eruption was marked by an earth-shaking boom that shattered windows and hurled debris into the sky. From Idaho to Montana, people stood frozen in terror as geysers of fire and magma burst through the once peaceful landscape. Scenes of destruction and terror eyewitness accounts paint a portrait of horror. National Park rangers and visitors near Yellowstone were among the first to witness the supervolcano's fury. Towering lava fountains cascaded down the park's valleys, incinerating forests in their path and boiling nearby lakes in an instant. Reports indicate that entire herds of bison, elk, and other wildlife were engulfed by a wave of molten destruction. The shockwave, followed by searing heat, swept through Yellowstone, rendering the once iconic landscapes unrecognizable. In nearby towns and cities, frantic evacuations are underway. Roads are choked with vehicles, as tens of thousands scramble to escape the growing danger. Shelters are being hastily set up, but resources are limited. The ashfall has begun in earnest, turning day into night. In some areas, more than a foot of ash has already accumulated, suffocating crops, collapsing roofs, and contaminating water supplies. Emergency services are struggling to keep up with the deluge of calls for help, as respiratory distress and injuries from falling debris become widespread. Planet-wide emergency experts are now warning of a global disaster. The sheer volume of volcanic material being ejected could trigger a volcanic winter, a scenario in which ash and sulfur dioxide particles blanket the planet, blocking sunlight and causing temperatures to plummet. The impact on global agriculture could be catastrophic, with potential for widespread famine and food shortages. Scientists from the United States Geological Survey, USGS, have stated that the eruption is likely to continue for weeks or even months, compounding the devastation. Air travel across North America has come to a complete halt, as ash clouds extend far into the stratosphere, grounding flights and causing chaos in airports around the world. Meteorologists predict that the ash plume could spread across the Atlantic within days, disrupting global weather patterns and creating acid rain. Warnings have also been issued for the possibility of toxic gas emissions, with authorities urging people to stay indoors and wear protective masks if they must venture outside.